Ravens, they make a move here at wide receiver, and they signed Sammy Watkins, the former speedster, to a 1-year, $5 million deal. So Sammy Watkins, the veteran, obviously, and he finds a new home here. After this week in free agency, he visited the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens, and the deal was sealed here today. And it's a good contract for Watkins. You know, Watkins, throughout his career, going back to his Buffalo Bill days, he's been injury prone. And once again last season, he missed a handful of games as well with the injuries. But when Watkins is on the field, he's a pretty productive wide receiver who could be a number 2 or slot receiver on most teams. And the Ravens here, they obviously needed a need at wide receiver. They really haven't had a real number 1 over the last few seasons. And Willie Snead leaving earlier today in free agency with the Las Vegas Raiders, so they signed Watkins here. So they got Watkins and Marquise Brown as their top 2 receivers right now. But I believe the Baltimore Ravens will select a receiver early in the NFL draft in the next month here. And Sammy Watkins in 2019 on 90 targets, he had 52 catches for 673 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. And last season, in a mediocre year, and obviously he didn't play that many games, 37 catches, 421 yards and 2 receptions on 55 targets. So Watkins, he's been in the league 8 or 9 seasons already now. And with this Raven team, I don't think he'll be that big of a factor for this team as in real life or fantasy football. And just the injuries, I can't trust him. But going into fantasy drafts this summer, Sammy Watkins, he's a player I'll probably take in the later rounds, 12 to the 15th round range, because he'll probably still be on the field for Baltimore. But he's going to be my 4th or 5th wide receiver on my fantasy team. And in more deeper leagues is where you would draft them, 12-team leagues or deeper. But 8 and 10-team leagues, you probably don't draft Watkins, in my opinion. So Sammy Watkins, he finds a new home and gets a decent contract on a 1-year deal. And we'll see what he could do for the Ravens and if he'll carve out any fantasy value in the upcoming 2021 season.